My name is Janine. I am the head of product education and strategy. And as always, I am so excited to be here. Today, we are cracking the code on sensitive skin. What it is, how to recognize it, the difference between sensitive skin, skin sensitivities, most importantly, how to really care for it. What are those solutions that really help? Part of recommending solutions, however, and I'm sure this will not be a surprise to you, is that you need to understand the ingredients and how those really work to deliver those intended results. So, we're going to talk about that too. And of course, tied to all of this is our gorgeous Beyond Glow Centella collection, which is absolutely the rescue that so many of us need. So, we've got a lot to talk about today. I will say that by the close of this session, I'm confident that you are going to feel confident, not in just understanding sensitive skin, but also really in helping to educate your customers by recommending those amazing products, the right ones to help soothe and protect their skin. So, I wanted to start with the basics today. You've probably heard me say this before, but the number one question I am always asked about with products, I bet you can guess, is this okay for sensitive skin? It does not matter what the skincare product is. In fact, even like color products, people always want to know, is this okay for sensitive skin? And it's a really great question. But before we can answer that, the first thing to understand is really what sensitive skin means. So I really kind of want to start again at those basics. Sensitive skin, it is not a buzzword. I feel like it's kind of become one nowadays, but it is not. It is a skin type, just like you have oily, dry, normal, combination skin. Typically, if you have sensitive skin, it's something you're born with it. And what does that mean if you're born with it? It means that your skin barrier, right? It's typically a little bit thinner, a little bit weaker, and what that means is that it actually can allow the irritants to penetrate into your skin. And that's when you start to have some of those triggers. So, what are some of those triggers? So, if you have sensitive skin, you often will experience, and it's not all of these, but I'm just going to kind of throw out a few. You're prone to redness and or flushing all the time, right? Irritation, maybe even like a little bit of stinging, a little bit of burning sensation. Maybe your skin is really, really dry and tight. If you know, you know, right? Kind of that overall discomfort. By the way, it can be more than just skincare. Body care, makeup, hair care products, even laundry detergents can really have an effect on your skin. And by the way, it's not just products, even things like the weather, things in the environment can also really be triggers. So I'm just taking a look at our chat. By the way, I have our chat up. So if you have any questions as we're going through, please feel free to drop those in the chat for me. So sensitive skin, again, typically something that you are born with. And it really is kind of a struggle with always struggling with kind of the redness, the flushing, the irritation. If you have it, you absolutely know. Now, what's very important is to understand the difference between sensitive skin and skin sensitivities. They are very different. So there's a really important distinction between the two. Number one, sensitive skin, we just talked about that. That's typically genetic, something you're born with. Skin sensitivities, however, on the other hand, they're what I would like to call temporary reactions to specific triggers. So very temporary. Everyone can experience this, and it's likely that every single one of us, in fact, I really don't know anyone that hasn't experienced this at some point in their life. It does not matter what your skin type is. It does not define what your skin type is. It just means it's something that has been triggered. So a lot of things can actually contribute to that temporary skin sensitivity. So a few things, and by the way, if you have sensitive skin, or if you've experienced skin sensitivities, drop that in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. So, skin sensitivities, the temporary triggers, things like maybe it's a medical condition, maybe it's a medication, hormonal shifts, pregnancy, monthly, menopause, stress. I mean, like those right there, I feel like could do a number on all of us, right? Your diet, allergies, extreme weather changes. You know what? right now, and I feel like it's not just where I live, we have had extreme weather changes, and I feel like my skin has definitely had more skin sensitivities recently. Sometimes skincare ingredients, so things that are very active, like a retinol, exfoliating acid, sometimes products that have heavier fragrances. By the way, this is gonna be a shock maybe to hear this from me, but you can actually over cleanse. I know, right? If you over cleanse, and what I mean by that is using a harsh cleanser that is not designed for your face, okay? Um, it really can strip the oils. It can leave your skin very tight, very dry, very reactive. So I feel like everyone, just tell me in the chat, has everyone had something like that before? I'll just use myself as a personal example. So I don't have sensitive skin per se, but I do experience skin sensitivities. Now, you know this about me. If you follow, you know that I love my skincare. I love my alpha hydroxy acids, very important to help kind of turn the skin cells over. But sometimes when I'm using those, my upper cheek area will start to tingle. It shows signs of redness. That is a great sign that my skin is experiencing temporary sensitivity. It does not mean that it's long term or that I can now classify myself as having sensitive skin. It's truly just a skin sensitivity. Now, I want to show you a picture. Oh, I can't believe I'm showing you this. You're going to love this. Oh, this is so humbling, isn't it? And vulnerable, but I want you to see because I hear this all the time. Janine, your skin is so perfect. It's not. My skin is not perfect. It is not flawless. There are times that I overdo it and I need to soothe my skin. This was a picture that was taken a few weeks ago. Thank you, Tyra, for pulling that down so quickly. But this was a picture that was taken just a few weeks ago, and I overdid it with some of my products. And so, it is what it is. And one of the things that you immediately are going to want to do is you're going to immediately want to pull back and you're going to really want to keep those products on hand that are going to soothe and support that skin barrier for that occasional reaction. I'm seeing a lot of your comments. Yes, you're so welcome. I'm human. We're all human. And listen, I always say that everyone can look good when you have great skincare, great makeup, and excellent lighting, right? Um, so let me just take a look at some of your comments. Retinol products, absolutely. My sons have skin sensitivities with certain laundry detergents. Absolutely, Regina. What a great call out. Lisa, I don't have sensitive skin, but sometimes I over cleanse, leaving it tight and dry. Exactly. So I hope that that is really, giving you a really great understanding of the difference between sensitive skin, again, that's genetic, and skin sensitivities. And both of those have so many triggers, right? Okay, so now that we've talked about sensitive skin, I want to talk about one of the most powerful skin soothing ingredients that is out there, Centella asiatica. So you may have heard this ingredient called Cica. It is a favorite in the K-beauty space. It has been around and for good reason. It's an herbal extract that's been used for, literally centuries in traditional medicine, really to help heal wounds, calm inflammations, support that skin barrier. By the way, some of you probably know this. If you do, drop it in the chat. You may have heard the origins are really interesting for Centella asiatica, otherwise known as Cica. By the way, it's also called tiger grass. That's a really interesting one. And the reason is because centuries ago, wounded tigers were observed rolling around in that plant to really help heal their wounds. So really very deep ties, like I said, centuries back. So I want to take it a step further though. You may have heard about Centella asiatica, Cica, but here is where the masterclass knowledge is going to really come into play. Because did you know that Centella asiatica, Cica, is not just one ingredient? It has multifunctional parts that really contribute to that overall skin soothing benefits. I like to actually call this the power trio. So let's take a look and break it down. So starting with the first one, we have Centella asiatica extract. So this is the extract of the entire plant. Now it's going to contain a variety of powerful compounds that are really going to help contribute to your skin's overall health. You can see that it's rich in antioxidants. That means that it's going to help protect your skin from environmental stressors, think solution, pollution, that can really worsen that sensitivity. It's also a hydration booster, which means that it helps to improve your moisture retention. That is really key for keeping that skin barrier very strong. And of course, the Centella asiatica extract also assists with skin recovery. So just like we just talked about, historically helps with that wound healing, but it's also known to assist your skin's natural repair process. The next ingredient, madecassoside. How many of you can say that? Madecassoside. It's not as scary as it looks. So madecassoside is a purified compound that is isolated from the Centella asiatica. So let me break that down even further because I know that sounds like a lot of science speak. So it's known as one of the most powerful ingredients in the plant. So that's important to remember. But what does it do? Its key is redness reduction. So it's going to help decrease that visible redness due to dryness, making it a must-have for people with sensitive skin, irritation-prone skin, barrier replenishment. It really also helps to strengthen that skin's natural defense system, helping to really make it more resilient over time. And I'd love to call it a relief superhero because it really also helps that irritation that is caused by environmental stress, harsh skin care, even over exfoliation, right? The next ingredient, Tika. I love this one. I love Tika. Titrated extract of Centella asiatica. By the way, you don't have to remember all of these, but I just feel like it's important, to give you that education. So Tika is actually the most refined and concentrated version of Centella. It helps to replenish your skin barriers faster than the regular Centella extract alone. What it does, it loves to target super dry skin. So it's really working to reduce those skin challenges that aren't always visible, by the way, but can contribute to sensitivity over time. And by the way, a fun fact is that it is often recommended with professional post treatments. So think about if you've ever gone and gotten a laser treatment, a chemical peel, this is something that is often going to be recommended. So let's boil it down because I know that this is a lot, right? So if somebody asks you, what is the difference? I don't get it. What's the difference between Centella, madecassoside, Tika? Here is a quick response. Centella extract, right? Everyday support, hydrates, soothes, protects. Madecassoside is going to help reduce the redness that's caused by dry skin, strengthening that skin barrier. And Tika, the most concentrated version, is really laser focused on offering that deep replenishment. By the way, another little tip, I love giving tips. If you see Sika or any of those facets that we just talked about on a product, in a name, in the ingredients, it usually means that it's designed and suitable for sensitive skin. Of course, we always want to make sure that we check with our doctor or dermatologist, but that's kind of a little clue about that. So I'm seeing Janet has a question. Could this help with soothing sunburn? Janet, it's not aloe, but most certainly, yes, it can help to kind of reduce that redness, and any of that, those triggers that have, been brought on by the sun, especially when sometimes the sun really dries your skin out. So if you're experiencing really dry skin and having a little bit of the redness, that irritation, this is going to be a great solution for that. So Centella. It's a must-have. I think I've sold all of you now by this point, right? For sensitive skin. It's going to help, again, soothe, reduce that visible redness, strengthen that skin barrier. It's super gentle, which is why it is so ideal for sensitive skin. And I really like to think of Centella as like a first aid kit for the skin, right? Because it's really there to help replenish and protect. And I just mentioned this, but I cannot say this enough, that this is so important if you have a medical skin condition, right? It is always best to check with your dermatologist, your healthcare provider before starting the use of any product. So, now that we know all about Centella and how it works, let's talk about our Beyond Glow Centella collection. This is such an exciting collection. We have 3 products. I'm going to show you these in just a second, but we have a toner, we have a serum, we have a cream, really exciting. And all of these products are designed and suitable for sensitive skin. If you have redness prone skin, really dry skin, every single one of those products is going to be a great solution. Each of the products, they're also carefully crafted to not only help with the redness, but to provide that instant as well as long-term relief from having that irritated skin that is a derivative of being too dry. We also love the fact that not only do we always talk about what the products are formulated with, we like to talk about what they're formulated without. So all 3 of these products, the toner, the serum, the cream, they're all formulated without synthetic fragrances, phthalates, and parabens, which is really important. So let's take a look at some of our products up close. All right, so first of all, Beyond Glow Centella Cooling Toner. This is such a great product. This is going to instantly cool, refresh, hydrate. It is a must if you have irritated, tight skin, from dryness. Someone mentioned earlier that they've over cleansed sometimes and they get that really tight dry skin. This is the first thing that I would reach for after cleansing. This is super, super lightweight, but it is also deeply moisturizing. And in addition to having the Centella asiatica, the madecassoside. This also has panthenol. We love panthenol. That's another name for provitamin B5, which also helps to really lock that moisture in. And of course, it also has glycerin, which is a powerful humectant that really helps to increase hydration. That is really to help relieve the dryness. So, in terms of the usage of this product, first of all, how gorgeous is the packaging? And I love the fact that this is like a heavy plastic, not glass, because I don't have to worry about dropping it. And yes, that has happened to me before. But in terms of the usage, you can use this in the morning, you can use this in the evening. In the morning, what I like to do is after cleansing my face, I'm going to hold it back so it doesn't go over my computer, but I'm just going to tap a few drops. Let me pull that up so you can see it. Look how lightweight. I mean, so lightweight. But basically what I would do is put a little bit in my hand, pat my hands together, and then I like to pat it all over my face and my neck and my chest and kind of everywhere. And again, it really gives me that fresh kind of refreshing start, but it also helps if I have, any redness from dry skin. In the evening, I love using this as well. And what I'll do in the evening is after cleansing, a lot of times I have to double cleanse, to remove all of the makeup, impurities, SPF. But after my cleanse, then I will actually use this. I'll reach for a cotton pad, put a little bit on the cotton pad, and then I'll actually go around my face and I'll actually use this to actually kind of remove any last traces of impurities after cleansing and or double cleansing. And I see, yes, we absolutely love the aesthetic. Yes, love that. Really beautiful. Okay, let's talk about the next product, our Beyond Glow Centella Redness Relief Serum. So just like the name implies, this is a solution to help reduce the look of redness due to dryness. By the way, this was tested to help in just one use, which is phenomenal. There are some really incredible stats on these products. Love the fact that this product, it absorbs very, very quickly with a silky texture. There is no heaviness. By the way, if you've tried this product, please drop in the chat. Let us know what you think about it. And of course, I love anything that is going to make my skin glowy and not greasy. You have my attention. So this is a really beautiful product. Let me show this again, kind of up close. Love this tip on the product. And one of the things that I love, and I'm not going to do it right now because I have makeup on, but you can use this morning and evening. But one of the things I love about this application tip is I actually don't even have to put it on my fingers. I actually can just go and put it right on my face, and then I can gently massage it in. But of course, I want to show you what the consistency looks like. So really nice. Let me just show you. There we go. Really nice. And you can see that it's moving, but it is not as, it has a little bit more sustainability than the toner. So it's not quite like water, but it is very lightweight. And you can see, look how pretty the glow is. Really, really pretty. By the way, and I know this is kind of random, but I feel like we always see those social media trends where everyone's like taking their product and they're like, I feel like this is perfect for social media to get out there and promote this product. So really nice. And yes, the product is absolutely lovely. I do want to pause for a second because Regina has a question. If I am using other serums, when should I use this one? So Regina, I'm going to use you as an example. Drop in the chat and tell me what other serums you are using, and then I will give you a specific example for that. In the meantime, Tyra, let's pull that slide up and we'll look at the Centella cream, and I will come back and answer the serum question. Okay, so our Beyond Glow Centella cream, this is an amazing product as well. It instantly moisturizes. It helps relieve the look of redness, again, caused by dryness without any stickiness. This deeply moisturizes. It was clinically tested to visibly reduce redness due to dryness. Clinical testing, if you have followed skincare, anytime we have clinical tests, that is huge. So this is going to be a perfect product that is going to be, you know, for anyone that's dealing with dry, sensitive skin. By the way, a little call out, this cream actually has Tika. Remember Tika when we talked about it, the most concentrated form, deeply, deeply hydrating. So that is really, really nice in terms of what we want to have in this cream. So with this cream, you can use this in the morning, you can use it in the evening. Honestly, you can use it whenever you need it. Bonus, I will tell you, I actually have been keeping this on my desk, and I've been using this. Let me do this side. I've been using this as actually a hand cream. So again, I just want to show you that it's going to basically stay in place, but it is very nice. So this is not, I would say, super, super lightweight, but this is not heavy. So again, if you have tried this, then you'll know it feels absolutely amazing. And of course, listen, it's great when a product feels amazing, but I also want to see the benefit. And I will say that my hands, especially during the winter months, they do kind of tend to get very, very dry, have that redness. And you can see I've been using it and I don't have any redness on my hands. So let me just pause and go back to the comments to see if Regina has come back. Okay, Regina, Power Serum, Beyond Glow Niacinamide, and Snail Mucin. Yes, Regina, I love, first of all, what a lineup of products. Okay, so Regina, if you are experiencing any redness, what I would do, and again, this is completely subject, you can apply the serums in whatever order, to be honest. Typically, I would say I do thinnest to thickest in formulation, or if there is something that is an active, like a vitamin C, I will reach for that product first. But in this case, Regina, because you're using Power Serum, Beyond Glow Niacinamide, and Snail Mucin, I would actually start with the serum itself. So I would cleanse, use the toner, use the serum, and then pause, let it absorb for just a minute, and then follow with all of your other serums. Okay, just looking at some of these comments. Darlene, oh, this is such a great question. I'm so glad you brought this up. Darlene, can you use this if you do not have redness? What are the benefits? Yes, you absolutely can, Darlene. The benefits are going to be that it is really lovely in terms of giving you that instant and that deep moisturization, that hydrating benefit, without being too heavy. Because again, we want to be really careful when we're formulating products for sensitive skin. We want to be sure that they're not too heavy. And yes, Lisa, another multitasker. You know, multitasking is a major, major trend. Retinol, that is another really great suggestion if you're using your retinol. By the way, especially if you're just beginning with retinol, what I would recommend is I would recommend using the retinol, give it a few moments, and then follow with your serum and or you can follow with your cream. Okay, let's keep moving. So I've talked about the cream, love this. Okay, just making sure I've talked about all of my products. So we've talked about our products, but now I want to really talk about a regimen because even though these products, right, we have a toner, we have a serum, we have obviously our cream, even though that's a mini regimen, I feel like it's important to talk about, and I see so many of your questions. Keep dropping things in because I will, especially at the end, if I get time, I'll come back and answer some of those personalized questions about the usage. But one thing that is not uncommon, and this may apply to you, and it's okay if it does, is that sometimes there is a belief that if you have sensitive skin, less is more. Like use one product and that's it. You need to like put on the brakes. And sometimes that's okay. And while that may work for some people, sensitive skin can actually sometimes benefit from that layering the hydration versus just using one heavy moisturizer. So again, another beautiful reason that the formulation of these products are all pretty light and they really are designed to kind of stack together and with your other products. By the way, it's okay if you start small with just this little regimen of the toner, the serum, the cream. Absolutely. Or you can kind of go full Megillah and use everything. So to build on your new expertise, I thought it would be really nice to build a full regimen using sensitive skin with other Avon products that complement this Beyond Glow Centella collection. So we're going to show a slide. How many of you remember last year's Masterclass, the ultimate skincare regimen? Does this slide look familiar to anyone? So it's all of the steps for a full regimen. So I am going to use this. Yes, I'm glad. See, we've got people that are hanging around, coming to the classes. And all of this information, it's always going to be so applicable, right? So let's use this as a guide, knowing that we have sensitive skin and or skin sensitivities, because I've seen a lot of questions from a lot of you saying, hey, what about the eye cream? What do I do? So let's take a look at that. All righty, here we go. So I've actually, and again, somebody said this earlier, they're like multi-purpose, multi-benefit. So I've actually put in a couple of multi-purpose, multi-benefit products in here because I don't want you to think you have to go out and get everything. But sensitive skin. So number one, we have our A New Hydrofusion Micellar Water. This is an amazing product if you've ever tried it. This can actually be used to cleanse, and you can actually even use this to double cleanse at night if you need it. Our Hydrofusion Micellar Water, it's excellent for makeup removal. And here's a little secret if you've never tried this product. Love this, no water needed. Like what? Have you ever heard me say no water needed when you're cleansing your skin? This is the exception to the rule. But this product is also fabulous to layer hydration without being too much, right? So you can use this to cleanse and or double cleanse. Exfoliation. Oh my goodness. Now, this is a word that if you have sensitive skin, you're probably like, no, I can't exfoliate. Like, it's going to drive my skin. Like, my skin's already angry at me. Now she's really going to be mad, right? So let's talk about exfoliation. It's really important to help get rid of those dead skin cells, right? To turn things over regardless of your skin type, because dead skin, she's not attractive, right? It can cause, you know, like some flakiness, The other thing is you're spending your money on using skincare. Don't you want your skincare to absorb? Yes. So you want to make sure that you're exfoliating because if you're not, then that skincare is not absorbing through that dead, flaky skin. Just kind of letting you know that. So one of the products that we love, vitamin C exfoliating peel pads. So right out of the gate, this product was designed and formulated for sensitive skin. What? Yes, that is very rare to hear a vitamin C product that is formulated for sensitive skin, but it is. So, this is a beautiful, mild option to really help renew your skin without those typical potential irritants that sometimes can be associated with, acids. So, in terms of this product, if you have really sensitive skin, experiencing that skin sensitivity, try this, start once, maybe twice a week, and then build up. This is a product. I do get asked this a lot. You can absolutely use this product every single day, twice a day. But again, you know your skin better than anyone. And if you are in the middle of a major skin sensitivity trigger, maybe just wait a day and then go in for it, right? So again, this is a great product if you have that sensitive skin, but you really need to help turn everything over. All right, tone and smooth. We've already talked about this. You see your Beyond Glow Centella cooling toner. Just love that. And of course, our targeted solution, which is also going to help hydrate, is the redness relief serum. Again, I am only doing certain products, really targeted for sensitive skin. And yes, we do have other serums that are formulated and okay for sensitive skin. But again, I wanted to keep this really streamlined. Moisturize and protect. Obviously, for your face, we want to use our Beyond Glow Centella Soothing Cream. And here's another double duty. I'm saving you. So for the eyes and lips, we have the Platinum Lip and Eye Cream. And of course, always, 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 this is non-negotiable. Always in the morning. It does not matter winter, spring, summer, fall, indoors, outdoors. You know my drill, how passionate I am about SPF. No matter the time of year or weather, you must wear SPF during the day. You don't have to wear it at night. And if you have sensitive skin, we have a solution. The Solaire Mineral SPF, which is essential to help prevent sunburn from UV exposure. So you want to make sure you're lessening that, correct? All right. So, and by the way, that has SPF 50, and we love the fact that it's mineral, but it doesn't have that heaviness and or white cast. Okay, so we know that dry, sensitive skin, it is such a struggle, right? For so many. I'm seeing all of your comments. And again, I'm going to come back to that in just a few moments. But I hope now that, you have that expertise, you have the products, you have a full regimen solution to really help yourself, customers, friends, family, anyone who really needs that extra soothing care. So tell me in the chat, how does everyone feel? Did you learn something? Do you feel a little bit more confident? By the way, we're not done, and you're going to want to stay on into the end because I might have something to share with you. But just in case you need a little bit more, I've put together a few tips to help you when you are engaging with your community. So let's take a look at that. Okay, first up, let's talk about, it's very possible that someone may not be sure if they have sensitive skin or experiencing a skin sensitivity. So here's a couple of questions that you can ask. Number one, does your skin frequently get red after using new skincare or any skincare, right? Do you feel on a consistent basis? Do you feel tingling, maybe burning when you're using any kind of an exfoliant? Does extreme weather, hot, cold, does it typically make your skin uncomfortable, very dry, very tight? So if yes is the answer to any of these, just know immediately you are going to reach for the soothing and barrier supporting skincare like Beyond Glow Centella. So just remember your green products, the Centella, you cannot lose. Another tip, we got to make it personal. We talk about this all the time. So people, not just customers, everybody, including myself, by the way, people connect with stories, not stats, right? Stats are impressive. I love a good stat because of what I do, but in terms of really having that interpersonal, connection, I don't want to hear I can read the brochure, right? I can see all of the claims. I want to hear from you. So share your expertise with skin sensitivities, even if it's just something like having that occasional dryness, redness from the weather. Again, I said this earlier, every single one of us at some point is going to experience a skin sensitivity. So sharing that personal anecdote about skin sensitivities, it's going to build trust. I used myself as an example earlier. Boy, what a photo was that, right? So I don't have sensitive skin all the time, but when I do kind of exfoliate, my cheeks turn red, and this serum is going to be my go-to to calm things down. You can even like play on the calm down. Like I feel like there's a lot of really great moments. Here's another thing. You could actually position this entire collection as your skin SOS kit. What do you think about that? So it's not just, for those people that have just sensitive skin or you're experiencing the skin sensitivities, it's great to have on hand for what I like to call a skin emergency. Maybe you're traveling and you have thrown a ton of samples into your bag and you just reach for a product and you're like, oh, this will be fine. And after you try it, all of a sudden you're like, that was a little too strong. And your skin gets a little angry. This is going to be a great product to reach for. And again, someone we were talking about sun earlier. So, no, this product does not have aloe, but it absolutely can help to relieve the redness and help to hydrate because we know that dry skin that is red really needs all of that hydration. And listen, you can even say, even if you don't have sensitive skin every single day, that this is your skincare first aid kit when it comes to your skin needing that support or kind of a reset. So, social media. Oh, this is another really big one. I've mentioned this a couple of times, but with the trend of glass skin, the dewy glows, right? Like all of that is still very hot. Centella's ability to really soothe your skin while keeping it hydrated and glowing, it makes it such a great hook. Right, for all of your social media content, Instagram, TikTok. I talked about this earlier, taking the serum, right? Kind of demoing, using the tip, demoing it on camera. Maybe you're having a moment where you are vulnerable, right? And you're having a skin, sensitivity, a trigger. That's a great time. Turn the camera on, show your face, or maybe just take a picture and then apply the product and use it as your before and your after, right? So, I feel like those are just a few tips. I feel like we've learned a lot today, right? A few takeaways. Let's do a quick recap of what we've talked about because I feel like we've talked about a lot. So, we've talked about sensitive skin versus skin sensitivities. We've talked all about Centella asiatica, that superstar ingredient, but also understanding that power trio that really nestles up right in with Centella. We've talked about the Beyond Glow collection, fabulous, fabulous products to really keep on hand to soothe and to replenish. We've looked at, creating and building that full regimen by pairing these products with other gentle Avon essentials. And of course, just a few tips. By the way, I'm sure you have so many other tips. And this is also a really great time. If you do have some of those tips, this is a great place to share within your community, right? Because together, when we share, we are all always so much better together. So we're going to take and put a little of your knowledge, right, into action. So here are your next steps. Number one, we're going to have you complete the knowledge check. So we're going to put the QR codes on screen in just a moment. By the way, this knowledge check is open for 72 hours. And here is why you are going to want to complete the knowledge check. Because when you do, this is brand new this year. You are going to receive a personalized Beauty Mastery Completion Certificate via email next week. So envision your name, see it there, take the knowledge check, and then you will receive that certificate of completion next week. So I hope you're really excited about that. We are really kind of leveling up this year. So let's go back to your next steps. You're going to take that knowledge check. You're going to use the full regimen for those maximum results, sharing your own experiences. We've just talked about this, whether or not you have, genetic sensitive skin or just those occasional skin sensitivities, your story can help, right? It can help others and you have the solution. Use the Beauty Resource Center. The Beauty Resource Center launched just about a month ago, and that is where we have all of the resources for you. Product snapshots are located right there under skincare to really give you the quick hits about those products. This masterclass is going to appear there and it'll be available on YouTube tomorrow. And next week, you will see short shareable videos, little sound bites that you can use again for yourself and or your community. And most importantly, and this is so important that you embrace this, I want you to embrace being your customers, your community's skincare expert. People truly want someone that they know, that they trust, right? It's that credibility factor. So we're going to put that QR code up for the test your knowledge right now. Don't forget, if you take this, when you take this, not if, when you take this, open for 72 hours, you will receive your certificate next week. So before I close, I'm just going to take, and if anyone has any last questions or comments, I'm going to take that and look at it right now. Let's see what kind of any questions or comments. My goodness, we have a lot of content. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone. And Tyra, let's put those QR codes up for one more moment, just to make sure everyone gets that. Okay. Can't wait to share this. Thank you for the information. I'm just reading through some of your comments. This is going to be great for the after gym glow. Yes, Lisa, that is amazing. Yes, we all have that beet red face. That tells me that you're really working out. Congratulations. That's amazing. We also have a question. Does it smell nice? It is actually fragrance free from any synthetic fragrances. So yes, it has no scent, which is a great. Yes, Michelle, if you are getting any kind of a windburn, again, any type of extreme weather, this collection, you definitely could benefit for that. All right. I'll take two more questions and then we will close. Glenn, is this regimen good for men or is it designed for women? There is never a wrong question. Glenn, I am so glad you asked. My answer is if you have skin, you can use skincare. So yes, absolutely. And by the way, Glenn, congratulations on just joining our community. We cannot wait to see you grow and have a lot of success. And let's see, I'm just looking one more. There's so many comments. Okay, let me drop to the bottom. And I think we answered this, but eye cream, Catherine and Sharon were asking about what eye creams to use. And again, we have some definite options, but I'm loving the Platinum Eye and Lip Cream because it's going to do double duty. It can really help with your eye area. It also helps with your lips. We love the fact that it also has that anti-aging, benefit to it. So you're getting, the product that is going to help moisturize. It has anti-aging benefits, but it is also formulated and suitable for sensitive skin. All right, well, listen, everyone, I hope you have enjoyed this masterclass. Thank you so much for joining. I cannot wait to hear all of your success stories, and I really look forward to seeing all of you next month for our next installment of the Beauty Mastery series. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you soon.